since 11 months, and his response to my question is, his own Toastmasters speeches, they are far from perfect, but he learns something new every time he delivers a speech. So please let's all put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Karan. Toastmaster Karan, show, don't tell, Toastmaster Karan.
Thank you. Someone I look up to kept emphasizing the importance of public speaking. The search for a space to learn public speaking led me to Toastmasters. Dear guests, I vividly remember my first meeting as a guest at the Emirates Toastmasters Club. I had visited a few clubs before, so I had a general idea of how things go. So far, I had not found a club that felt right. But something changed as the word master, DTM Rajesh Menon, stepped on stage that day. The word of the day was aplomb, meaning self-confidence or assurance. The word master was not just telling the audience the word. He was right up there on stage, feet firmly planted, as he showed the audience what it means to speak with aplomb. I looked around me. The audience was enamored. They were leaning forward, captivated, listening intently to his every word. I had not seen this at any other Toastmasters club. Something felt different. Right as that initial meeting ended, I did two things. First, I signed up to become a member of the Emirates Toastmasters Club. The second thing was that I started working on my icebreaker speech that very night. I was inspired and wanted to strike while the iron was hot. As soon as I got into the WhatsApp group for members, I found DTM Rajesh's number and I sent him a quick message. DTM Rajesh, I admire the way that you're able to speak in front of an audience. Could you please help me with my icebreaker speech? I gave him words. He showed me how to transform it into a speech, how to connect with the audience. By the third meeting, I delivered my icebreaker speech. The evaluator was gushing with praise for my speech, even though I had read it from a piece of paper. The audience was giving me a standing ovation, something I didn't realize was a standard practice after icebreaker speeches. Hubris kicked in. I felt like I had mastered the art of public speaking after delivering my icebreaker speech. Within a month, I decided, you know what, I'm going to start working on my second speech. I'm going to deliver that within the next month. I gave it the title, Reading Makes Life Easier. I was working very hard on my speech. I thought, you know what, let me write and deliver this speech. I'll ask DTM Rajesh for his feedback after I'm done delivering it. I had put in so much effort, done a lot of research. I filled my speech up with impressive sounding words like ameliorate, marginalia. Clearly, I was writing a speech that would only interest me without a single thought about the audience. In my mind, I had delivered the perfect speech, worthy of a standing ovation once again. With an air of aplomb, I asked DTM Rajesh, so, what do you think of my speech? He winced. I could tell he was trying his best to be encouraging. But very directly he said, Karan, your speech was chock full of information, but dry as a bone. His words hit me like a bag of bricks. My illusion of mastering the art of public speaking had gotten shattered in an instant. But gradually, after some introspection, it clicked. The reason my icebreaker speech was so easy to write was because it was my own story. the story of my life compressed in 5 minutes. It was vulnerability that made it engaging. That is what broke the ice between the audience and me. The second speech had none of that. For my third speech, DTM Rajesh encouraged me to go back to a moment in my past and craft a story with a message around that moment. I decided to show the audience how entrepreneurs minimize risk with a fun story about running a small business in high school. Once again, it was so much fun to write. I felt a tremendous sense of joy in delivering that speech. Storytelling felt a bit like time travel. I felt like I was 15 once again, reliving those cherished high school moments. Dear Toastmasters and guests, being a member of Toastmasters, specifically being a member of the Emirates Toastmasters Club, I am learning that communication and public speaking are not just important, but essential components of a successful career and a wonderful life. Our Toastmasters Club has some of the most distinguished speakers, thinkers, leaders within the Toastmasters community, and I feel grateful that I get to call one of them as my mentor. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karan.